you came to be known through comedy and hugely successful in comedy, but you've also carved out time to do these other things. You were a huge force behind the Halloween franchise, the reboots. And it's so fascinating to me because I've always thought there's a weird, sometimes people say, or I've said, many people have said it, there's a symbiosis between comedy and music. Like a lot of comedians also love music, and there's some kind of weird parallel. I also think there's something going on between comedy and horror. They're very different, but also there are things about them that aren't that different because it's all about surprise.
Exactly. I think you're with both of them, you're structuring an experience, you know, you're with a joke, you obviously want to pace things out so that the punchline gets the biggest laugh. And I think it's the same way with those scares. You think about how, we'll make them a little scared here and then we'll let them off the hook here and then boom, we'll hit them here. So I think there is a little bit of that is similar as the architecture of trying to make sure you get the result that you're going for.
If you look at Jordan Peele, his work, if you look at Obsession, if you look at Weapons, a lot of these people have got their chops in comedy.
Yep.
And then, when I was watching Weapons last year, and one of the reasons that I really wanted to do something with it on the Oscars was that character of Aunt Gladys is, to me, a comedy character. And there's so much of the movie that's kind of funny at the same time. And it's that razor thin line between this is hilarious and this is horrifying.
Yep.
And many times when I've been trying to be funny in my career, I've been horrifying. But and if I tried to frighten any guy, I think they would just start laughing. So, but there's something going on there, and so it must have been a great creative outlet for you. Clearly, it was.
It was a lot of fun. That was Jason Blum had come to David Green about adapting that, and David Green and I have gone to college. We went to college together. We've known each other for a really, really long time. And, he came to me and was like, I think I might do this. Would you want to help me? I'm like, no way. You shouldn't relaunch Halloween. It's a terrible idea. I love Halloween. Don't do that.
Yeah.
But then as we were thinking about it, I was like, well, I mean, if someone's going to, why don't we give it a shot and let's see if we could. And it was, honestly, it was like unreal. It was so funny to be sitting there like writing on that script and you're just writing, the shape walks into the room, and you're kind of.
I was formed in that movie. My babysitter made me watch it when I was 5 with the lights out. And so to do away with all those sequels that in their own way I love, but to come back the way you guys did with the 2018 one. Oh man, it was like closure for me. Thank you.
The whole experience was awesome. Not only getting to do that, but even, we had to go through steps of approval to do it. Like David and I had to go to John Carpenter's house and pitch him what we wanted to do. And it was sort of like, I've never really been nervous about pitching an idea ever. It's just like, if they don't like it, they don't like it. But suddenly as we're like knocking on his door, it's like, oh God, I think I'll be crushed if he doesn't like what this idea is. This is insane. And so we, I'm meeting him and pitching him this idea of like, we have an idea of what we want to do with something you've made. There's all of a sudden like, what are the balls of us? What are we thinking? We should never have.
That's great.
It was awesome. And then, once we got his approval, we sent it to Jamie Lee Curtis because obviously it wouldn't work without her in it. And when she called back and was like, yeah, I want to do this. I mean, Green and I are just looking at each other like, what is going on? I mean, it was insane. And when it premiered at TIFF, I think it might have been the most proud I've ever been of anything that we've done. I mean, I was so nervous of what that reception was going to be for that one because I'm there with them. I'm a fan of this. It meant a lot. And I just really wanted it to work for the other fans. And I remember watching that and just my stomach was in knots. I wasn't like eating for like 2 days leading up to it. And we're sitting there and when it got to the last half where they're like in the house with them and everybody in the theater's like cheering and applauding, I was just like, oh God, yes. Oh, I'm gonna live. It was awesome. It was so much fun. Yeah.
I also think writing how someone gets killed would be kind of fascinating because there is a real art to it. Just if the character just gets killed, well, that's gets shot, It's boring. It's trying to think of these inventive ways that are sometimes 50% comedy.
Yeah.
The way someone, and you watch these movies as they're competing with each other to do it in a more interesting way.
There's the scene at the rest stop when Michael Myers comes in and just drops teeth on the ground it's harrowing.
Well, yeah, I think that idea about the teeth dropping, it might have even, I might be remembering it wrong, but I feel like it was our our buddy who works in locations who had that idea. And so that's the other thing is you're working on if you're on a comedy, sometimes you'll get jokes from people sitting around like, oh, you should say this. Like, oh, it's not bad. When people suggest things like he should drop the teeth, you're like, great idea, but also keep an eye on this dude. That is fucked up.
Yeah. Where'd you come up with that idea? Sometimes I don't know. I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, I want to take the credit, but
that's fantastic. It just occurred to me that it would be, I don't know, it'd be really funny to shoot a short thing where it's you going to John Carpenter's house to pitch him, and he doesn't really like the idea, but you hang around, and then you use all the tropes from horror movies, like he goes into the kitchen at night and opens the refrigerator door, and then when he shuts it, you're right there. And you're like, I just really think, I told you I don't want to do it.
The pitch.
Yeah, it's just the pitch. It's called the pitch.
Season of the pitch.
Yeah, season of the pitch. And you just keep.
I don't let it go.
Yeah, you don't let it.
I become his dog.
And
like
it's all. Thing. Yeah, it's all the stuff. Exactly, it's all the stuff that has been used a million times.